presentation. Out of 8 papers, what I found is that I have categorized it that we have a paper on interstate, especially about the Northeast. One of the papers was on interstate relationship, the very first paper. I found 2 papers which were related to the culture, but that can be clubbed together with the ethnicity. Altogether, we have got 3 plus 4 papers. And there are 3 papers we found on the political movements, whether it was a Dalit movement in reference to Yogendranath Mandal, or whether it was about or about this major issues. So there was some or about the Nationalist movement. So there were political papers, and at the same time I find one of the papers quite interesting because that was one of the things that we did in Sikkim University as a part of our winter surgeon program was on pastimes and games. So it's very important. So let me briefly go it. I find all the papers well, but I'm sorry that I couldn't give you more time to present your paper adequately. At the same time, you also missed certain points, how to present within 10 minutes. It was quite generous. In many conferences, we have to present within 7 minutes or 5 minutes also. Let me briefly go through this paper so that I can have my little ideas to circulate. First of all, in the very first paper, I find it quite interesting, but the way it was presented took his time initially because of introducing Northeast. So there was no need for it, but despite that. One of the major things that I find, and that this is for general remarks, is that please don't quote Wikipedia as a reference. It is the worst reference in the world. You can use Wikipedia, the given titles, go to the original page and look for it. Because Wikipedia can be edited by anyone at any point of time, so information may not be reliable. Please don't do academics based on Wikipedia. Academic world doesn't accept Wikipedia. You can use Wikipedia for the links because it's readily available. Okay, the second talk was on the music of the oppressed, cultural identity, politics and endangered labels. I failed to hear because the word that I would like to hear when it comes about the cultural politics of endangered labels, about a community which has been given a new name of Tea tribe in Assam. So literally that name I didn't figure it out. At the same time, if you were looking into the other aspects, I saw certain songs that I think you sang also. One of the songs which was very popular as far as Delhi when I was a student was Chal Gori. I think that was a very popular song here. So yeah, I have listened it 1,000 times for several occasions, and still it is there in mind. So I think you should refer to that very popular song because it has a lot to do with the tea. And especially I am interested in tea, and I find one of the scholars who, I think Sir's doctor who is working on the tea culture. I met her yesterday, on tea literature. Yeah, I think she's there, yeah. So I think it will be very relevant to explore each other's field also because students hardly get time to connect with each other. Of course, there are other meetings, but the conferences are very special. So please do share your expertise to each other so that one can be impressed and others also too. The third paper by Shomin, I think it is quite relevant paper in today's context. But when we are doing an academic presentation, we may not need to refer yesterday's paper. Because if you look into the organizer's point of view, this was circulated long time back. Your abstract was accepted long time back. And if you are quoting yesterday's newspaper, I think you are not doing justice to the organizers because you are presenting something which organizers didn't know about it. We all are political, but we do our politics academically, not politically. So our politics has to be done academically rather than chanting names only. I was also like that one of the days. Somebody told me that when you need to present it, you need to present it in a way as academic, not as some political student or political leader. You have a different platform for it. Because what is the problem is that organizers will be in problem. We need to think about organizers also. Of course, there was a lot to talk about this paper, but still, I refrained it from other comments. And the fourth paper on indigenous games, I think these are the papers, these some papers are very important. I was telling young students in Kuchbihar, in Pancharan University yesterday also and today also I try to include that as long as you represent a community, whether it is in English or whether in Bangla or any other language, you are doing some justice to your community. It is very essential that those who are in this platform need to represent their community, whether it is on agriculture, whether it is in, or in different sports or games or whatever it is. I find it quite interesting paper. At the same time, I would also like to say that don't blame the government just like that. I can blame the government for what is happening in Delhi, but I cannot blame the government for rural games. Government of India does organize rural games. So I think you are missing that information. And Miraj Hawk's paper on sexual dissidence and cultural tradition, I find it quite interesting. Again, it was representing the Rajvanshi culture and practices. I have heard about this Kudum when I was doing a refresher course in Assam, in Shillong, Nehu. So one of my colleagues presented on it. I had a little brief idea, but I am not able to recollect it entire thing. At the same time, what I also see in his paper is that he's taking the framework of Western to study as something which was totally alien. So if you started to observe something which is not meant for it or which was not there, you will find a lot of things in it. So there is, of course, you are reclaiming that identity at one point of time and you are creating or you are rejuvenating what was there. But again, the lenses that through which you are watching or through which you are analyzing or observing is still a foreign lens. Therefore, somewhere GMD refers back to we are in amnesia, we have lost many things. We need to look into the traditions from an independent perspective. Now, if you look from a very Western feministic perspective to see what happens, then you will find every aspect of it problematic. You might say as a patriarchy, which was not there in existence probably in the real Western sense. Of course, there is a different power relations going on. So I basically would like to see that whether it is the same patriarchy or the same form of it that you see through the Western gaze, or is it a very different? Otherwise, you are mixing up everything together. We know that in human history there is a patriarchy, no doubt about it. But when your lens is only the Western one, and you see that we miss what is there in the original one. So I think it is very important to look into those, and I think the agency and autonomy is very interesting to go beyond it. And especially about Pius' paper, which was more of a lament on the land reforms. I know that land reforms have only been carried out in the plains